Hi everyone, welcome to Pinkfresh Friday. I have a wide selection of items to choose from and an idea for my design, which I'm lifting from Sally Ann Floyd, who's one of my teammates on the design team at Dottie About Flair, and she's one of my favorite scrappers out there, and she's celebrating her 500 subbies on Instagram, or 500 followers on Instagram. So we're going to have a hop on Instagram, and I'm going to use this layout for that hop. And I'll use her design for this video. So we're going to go both ways, the Instagram hop and the video hop for Pinkfresh Friday. I have chosen, she did hers in a kind of a small format. And what got me about this and what I was anxious to try was cutting out the alphas and then just leaving them on as part of the embellishments in the design. And I may be making a mistake, but instead of going with a small, I started maybe to cut a small sheet of paper and mount it on 12 by 12 and then do the design and let there be a frame around it. But instead, as I was going through my Pinkfresh stash, trying to choose my supplies, I came across this sheet from the Live More collection, and I think I've got other Live More papers here. It's copyright 2017, so it's not a recent release. And I had 2 sheets of this, and I used one a couple years ago, I think. And I apologize for all of the paint and crud that I have on my nails. I desperately needed to get them done today, and the line was too long, so the wait was too long. So anyway, and the photo I've chosen is one where my grandson and his 2 best buddies, who were on spring break in Florida with one of his friend's parents, kind of did this strongman pose out on the beach. And they're all teammates on the football team. They're all seniors, so they practice, football together every day, and they're showing off all of the work of the results of their hard work. And because Sally Ann's layout has 2 photos, I'm going to add an empty frame to mine. And I kind of thought, as I was looking at the clusters and trying to come up with similar embellishments, I noticed that she had and this is a silly thing, she has an arrow pointing this way. And that's definitely the direction the arrow should be pointing. I have a couple things that I could use instead of arrows. This is a canvas fabric piece, and I'll show you that packaging in a minute. I should go through my supplies and show you kind of where they came from, then I can get all this stuff off my desk. Anyway, I don't want this pointing that way. I kind of maybe want the photos up here and a cluster down here with the arrow pointing that way. Or I could have it as part of a cluster there and do the frame on this side and have this mounted on the frame. So no idea what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this aside for now, and let me show you what I'm using. I love building clusters with flowers, and I do not mind using flowers on boy pages. So these flowers are from Days of Splendor, which is a newer release from 2020. So not brand new, but newer than some of these other things. I have these stickers that are from the same collection as that canvas flag. It is from Boys Fort. These are fabric pennants 2017. And then I think these wood buttons that are kind of generic also are from that release or that collection. And I have something else from there too. But anyway, here, this set of screen printed wood pieces. So these are all going in the I might use some more of those kind of pile. I've chosen a piece here from, and I have no idea what collection this is. It doesn't say, and I don't have, it's chipboard, and it says Life in Pictures. So I'm going to use that. This is from Let's Stay Home, and I picked a circle that says something. I picked one of these circles, and I don't see it in my box over here. So I may ought to keep this handy. I may use this blue one for color, and I like this one with the waves. If I need something that size and that shape, it'll be there. I die cut my alphas out of this paper, which is from the same collection as this one, the Live More collection, I think. And I use this Cottage Cuts die, and I cut these leaves out of a different paper in that same collection. So my alphas and these leaves, which I will add to the other florals from that first collection I showed you, will kind of be grouped together. And this is the set of Lawn Fawn alpha dies that I used for that. So I'll put all that aside. I'm using these, which are from a collection at Bramble Fox called Holy Moly. And I've selected 3 of the aqua ones. They come in all different colors. My navy blue frame came from here. This is a Christmas collection from 2018. And I'm keeping this on the desk. Well, let me actually just punch them out. I may use these arrows. They have little asterisks on them, which kind of could be taken as snowflakes, or you could just take them as asterisks. So let me put this aside, and I'll put this die over here to go back with the dies. I have this chipboard piece that says Season's Greetings that came out of the middle of this frame. So I'm not going to use that, but would I want to still use that maybe? Not sure, but I'll keep it around just in case. I'll put that aside. Okay, so now I'm going to start building the page. I started to go ahead and put the alphas on ahead of time because that's going to be a fairly tedious process. So what I'm going to do, instead of putting them on ahead of time, is I'll build the page, and then what's left, what's not showing, or what's not covered by my clusters, there will be one that'll have some kind of a horizontal look there. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get that horizontal look because I don't have any paper cut. Well, that paper I used here for this, I could cut me a strip of it, of each side of it. Let me just kind of do that. And I'm gonna cut, that doesn't look like a straight line on the end, or it could be an optical illusion. There, and maybe there, and I can cut those down. Let's see. That can be the start of, well, actually down here it could be the start of the cluster. So then I just need a short length of this, and that's going to be my base for that down here. I don't want to cover up any of the words that are here because they're very appropriate to be saying to my grandson. Never lose sight of the fact that just being is fun. You know, don't necessarily feel you have to go out and hunt for fun, and all of those bits of advice that a grandmother would like. A mother who's raised a son and is now living in the house with that son and his son and two daughters as they're growing up. You would kind of, it's almost like getting a do-over, I guess. You're able to impart, which I'm going to actually use some of this here as well, just for the hell of it. It makes a good base for adding other embellishments. And like I said, I'm not great at building clusters without flowers. So we're going to see how well I do on this, because I don't want to overwhelm it with flowers, but I don't mind using some. Okay. And I'm just going to put that right there. Now that kind of covers up a little of the space where I might do some letters, but I think what I'll do is kind of fill in the letters around these words and let them go all the way to the edge of this paper. So I'm just going to put this down right now and just commit to that position. Putting it carefully, kind of right there. This could possibly use a little support over on there is some adhesive on the back of this chipboard, and I'm going to peel this off, but since it goes back to 2018 or 2017, I'm not sure how much sticking power the adhesive has. So, and it's gonna, there's some foam on the back of that photo. So I'm gonna overlay this. Ooh, you know what? I should have used, in fact, let me do that. I need to use this way because there's more room. I would cover up this guy and there's a little more room to kind of work with here. He's a little further into the center of the frame. So let me do this. Let me do it this way. Okay, there. I think that's going to work. Now, I almost want to work on this cluster first. I have my grandson's name is Barrett, and he's known as B. So I usually put a B on every one of his pages. I have this B flare, which I think I'm going to use as a kind of an anchor down here. If I mount it kind of halfway on this platform, if you will, it allows me to cluster some things underneath it. So here's where I may want to pull up some of the flowers that sort of reinforce the color theme that we have going. I like this one. I want to bring in, this navy blue is kind of out of left field. It's not in the background paper nor anywhere in that Live More collection. So I want to repeat it as many times in as many places as I can, because navy blue, or blue and white are the team's colors, but mostly for this page, the purposes of this page, it's because I love that frame and I wanted to use it, and I need to explain it, if you will. So I'm going to do that right there. And now to reinforce the colors of the collection, I'm going to use one of these. And I have a little bit of weeding to do. So I can kind of do that right there, maybe. And then some, like this banner that says best, maybe I'll just put it on some foam and kind of put it in the vicinity there. This is, I kind of made it normally. It's a good idea and an easy-ish thing to do, or it kind of speeds along the decision-making process when you follow a scrap lift or a sketch. But since my base is so different from what Sally used, I'm kind of, and because I have these words that I don't really want to extend beyond. Okay, let me put this under here, or do I want to do that? I have to put it here because I changed the orientation of everything, but I don't really want those leaves covering it. I can let it kind of work into this area. Okay, I'll do that, and then I'll figure out where the leaves go. So my mistake was putting the leaves in first. Let me get rid of that and maybe do the leaves like this. Okay. I never do a page without realizing somewhere along the way, every time I make a video, I realize that I could have benefited from a bit of planning and maybe doing things in the right order, because, there is a right order, I think. Okay, so that's not all that's going to go there. I thought maybe this might be cute right there. And I think I'm just going to put some glue on the back of it. I also want to try to work, I have a little fussy cut camera from yet a different collection. I'm going to kind of do that and have it a little bit not dead center. And I have a couple little word strips and icons that I cut from a pattern paper that is called, let me pull it up, Let Your Heart Decide. And I've used a couple sheets from this. This is the main side, the A side. This is the B side. And it has all these cute little icons that I wish I had remembered I had when I was playing Calvin ball, because there were coffee points and camera points and book points and all kinds of goodies. But I pulled out a little compass that says, and the little word that went with it was explore. And I think by all these arrows, it would be good to put this showing, you know, if you've got the arrows, this would show the direction. And I'm going to put this little word right here, maybe on the arrow. Okay. Okay, that seems to work. And now I could possibly work in another leaf sprig. Okay, I had it originally. And what I do is kind of let the glue go down at the stem, and then I curl up the rest. I have a tiny one here that is going to cover some words. So maybe I'll just leave that off for now. And I'll worry about further embellishing there later. Up here in the frame, I thought I might use this chipboard piece that says Life in Pictures. And I thought I might mount it actually on the frame and then put some of the greenery behind it. And it's chipboard, so I need to peel this glossy sticker off. I'll put the glue on the frame. Oops, I put a little too much. Put it up a little too high. Okay, there. And I could do a sprig like that. That actually looks kind of nice. And it brings in, you know, that kind of dark color. It's not exactly navy. I've got this camera that says capture, and I maybe could use it there. I'm going rogue a bit from my lift of Sally Ann, but it'll all okay, here's my little word that says capture. Let me see if there is a flare I could put there. got this one that kind of has the dark blue and the teal and also this color. So that might work right there. Actually, let me put a dot on it. I'm losing the tabs on my dots lately. Okay, and then I can put this right there, and it kind of goes right up next to that camera. I'll curl that up a bit, and I'm going to put some greenery there, maybe, again, kind of pointing down so that it doesn't cover the words. And I need to be sure I'm leaving room for my alphas, because that's, to me, going to be the pièce de résistance. Did I say that? Okay. Anyway, it's, to me, going to be the best feature of the page. It's what caught my eye in Sally Ann's. I'm going to make this shorter so it doesn't cover the words, and I'll add that in. Okay, I guess right here where I had it would be the best place, and then kind of curving over this way would be good. And then I could use a small thing like maybe this geotag could go there. And it's navy, so it adds that navy blue color in. Okay. Now, I've got this strip of tape I need to put off to the side. I have all my little backing things. I sure wish there was a solution to getting that to work. Here is this word chill. It's not in the best color of blue, but I really like it. I like, because of what the boys, because of their pose, it's just so appropriate. How about if I did something like, let's say I do another plant sprig over this way. And I do one of these little guys. Kind of in conjunction with it. It's another one here, so that it'll look like they're framing the little banner, and then we put the banner right in there. Let's see how that looks. It's like they've framed a banner, a team banner, and added some, and their grandmother added some flowers to it. So I'm going to put all these back. And now I'm going to look at some of the other things I have. I want to work these stars and these little circles into the arrangement of the alphas. And my title, I think, is going to be, okay, so the alphas are going to be kind of up around there and around here. But right here is open. And I thought maybe I'd use this alpha, which has a green that's not exactly in there. And I have no idea where these came from. I think I bought a warehouse box and I got this sheet and I didn't get this is the last part of the alphabet. I think I didn't get the first part of the alphabet. At least I can't find it now. But I can at least make the word wow. At first, I was going to use these for my alphas just kind of placed all around. But then I decided to die cut them like Sally did. And she die cut hers out of a striped piece of paper, so I went looking for a good stripe I could use. And I'm very happy with how these leaves turned out. So I know I'm gonna love the alphas. It's the same color palette, not the same pattern. Okay, so this says, wow, like, you know, big muscles. And there is an exclamation point, I think, somewhere in here, yes. Okay, now I also have, this is a really nice metal paper clip from Pinkfresh, from one of their earlier collections, but I'll show you what I mean. The overlay has yellowed. So I didn't want to use it like that, but I also didn't want to throw it away. And I had this little navy blue banner that says Friends. And I thought maybe I could use it somewhere. I don't know if it's pointing the right way for me to use it, but I've got to use it here, don't you think? Don't you think? Let's see. I can use this camera and the word capture anywhere on the page. So let me pull those off and use this right here. It's not going to be clipped to anything. Well, maybe I'll clip it to this. How's that? And I can lift it up on some foam. Okay, so now I have to find a place for these. And I'm maybe thinking they could go, let's see, they need to be reversed, I guess, like that. And let me put another bit of foam underneath that, because it was resting on that platform there, so. Okay, let's see if I can get that propped up effectively without messing up anything that's already on the page. Come on. I shouldn't have made this so big. Let me just do a small piece. And I'm going to put it in there with my tweezers. Raise it up like that. And there we go. Okay, that's even. The Bramble Fox piece is kind of moving around a bit because the glue that I used isn't completely dry, but I like that. And I like this down here. That works out well. Okay, I've got another arrow here that could maybe go behind this one like that. Or maybe I could use a gray one. I've also got a beach house flare that might be nice right there. This beach house flare is from an early release, and since they're standing in front of a line of beach houses, it seems appropriate, don't you think? I'm going to put a little liquid glue on the top because that's going to be on this upper platform here. And then the foam is down at the bottom, but it's not really making contact, so I'll have to rely on the wet glue to work there. Okay, now I'm going to try doing some things I did not use. This thing that says me time, I think that could possibly be, ooh, it might be nice just as a little tab coming off the photo. I know that Sally Ann has a little tab, so that works for that. I'm gonna say no to the arrows. I may work these little small buttons that have numbers on them in with the letters. So let's try, let me look at this other stuff to see if there's anything there. There's a thing here that says tough guy and one that says oh man. Oh, it's a guy thing. I kind of like that. And I'm gonna maybe use it right there. Glad I checked. And there, I think I saw something else. Swag is kind of cool. And this introduces some colors that are nowhere on here, but I don't mind that because these are nice and dark and it kind of adds a bit. I'm gonna maybe sneak it in to this side of the bee. Oh, how about just below the bee? I get some glue on the top part of it because it'll be hanging over. And I'll put that at an angle so it kind of has that. Oh, here's another arrow. And it's just a beautiful blue. I'm gonna move that over. Here, okay, here is I like this wood piece that just says, okay. And where can I put it? I'll maybe put it at an angle kind of coming down that way, or just like that, or over top of this. Where do I want to put this? Or right there. I don't want too much. I'm just gonna kind of hang it off here, and I'll put some alphas or something right in there. In here, there's a little navy blue piece that could go here, maybe. I like that. There's a little thing right here that says smile, but it's, well, it could be right over here by the okay, like it says smile, and then he's saying okay. Okay, I'm going to put that aside. Now, I'm going to keep these things over here, and I'll start pulling letters. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue and put them in kind of odd places, kind of varying the angles. And what I like is that they're not, they're from the same collection, so the colors, they don't like really stand out, but they're gonna maybe look like texture. And I need to leave some room. Even the other side would have been pretty. I'm going to put that one kind of on its side, going this way. And it's going to break across that grid to form something of a pattern. And I'm going to use white stars and black stars. And I'll let it kind of come, I'll do the letters all the way out to there. I think I have enough to do that. And like I said, I don't necessarily need let's do it this way, and that's the, let that be the end of that group. Okay, I have another K. Let's put that maybe right here. Let me get an E. I don't think I have an E in there. So you kind of get the idea of what I'm doing and how that's going to turn out. And I think it's going to be, I hope, it's going to translate as something fun that kind of goes along with the spirit of the photo. I'm also going to use I'm going to use two of these circles, the Holy Moly circles down in with these alphas down here. Okay, didn't need to get that much glue on it. And I'll put a letter like L over there. There's some of the letters, there was a lot of white in between the stripes. And there were some of the letters that came out with an awful lot of white, like this L. But my thoughts on that are, since it's going across the grid paper, it's still going to show. Okay, so I've got two. Like, I'm going to put this black star maybe out here by the paper and put another letter. So since this is going to be the larger of the two sections of letters, I'm using the big star. And I'll use this another, I'll use the big dot down here, or holy moly down here. It's kind of, I forgot to peel. It's kind of hard to see that there is something to peel. So I'm going to use it right here. This glue will dry clear and matte, but I'll be able to see that there's gloppy glue kind of at the base there. So I want to clean that up. Okay, these stars go in that upper section. Let's see if I've got a spot for this little number to go. And no, I don't know if these numbers have anything to do with their numbers on the team. Okay, so I need some letters back in here. And I'll do this one off camera, the upper corner. Let's see, I need to put a J there. And it fits right there. I'm going to put one right in here, and I'll just go for an H. And I'll put something right there. What shape would go well there? Let's do a V. Oh, let's do an A. That might be cool. So Sally Ann, thank you very much for the inspiration. You are absolutely one of the most creative scrappers I know. And I was honored to be on the Dottie About Flair team with you, and I'm thrilled that you have your following growing as well it should on Instagram. And I don't think I'll use an I, but I may use a B, another B down here to fill in right here maybe right on the edge. I have room to squeeze it in between the W and the O. Okay, and then I'm going to go with an X. Why not an X? Right in here. I'm not spacing the colors especially. I'm hoping you can see everything I'm doing. I need to fit another letter right in here that's in a different color. And I think I'll go for this F that has some yellow, which will be very different from that mint green. So we'll kind of go like that. Okay, I think that one's done. So I'm gonna turn off the camera and I'll work on this one by myself. But you have the idea, and I thank you for watching. It's a busy, crazy, kind of fun page that I'm very happy with. I need to straighten my geotag so it's on there right. And I think I have a good balance of the darker blues and teals in here. And I took a chance putting the black stars, but I think they work well too with some of the other elements in the darker colors. So thank you for watching. Crazy layout, but I'm happy with it. Bye.